In the past, I discussed a terribly animated movie by the name of Beauty and Warrior. Also in the past, Spoonie and Bennett discussed a very similar animated title by the name of Space Thunder Kids. Both of these are Walmart dollar movies imported cheaply by a man named Joseph Lai under IFD Films. And trust me, everything Joseph Lai has ever touched has been an awful piece of entertainment, if entertainment is the word that you can use to describe it. If you're wasting your breath on complaining about 4 kids, and believe me, I know what that's like, then you need to just step back for a moment and see what Joseph Lai can do for you. Somewhere between a year and 2 years ago, I'd been on a rather large kick of collecting massive amounts of IFD's shoveled out crap, and I ended up with this amazing little gem, Alibaba and the Gold Raiders. Now, the box art doesn't look too completely terrible, right? Well, guess what? It's a lie. It's a complete and utter lie. Why do I say that? Because this is quite honestly the worst piece of animation I have ever seen in my entire life. You think I'm over-exaggerating? I'm not. Dear God, I wish I were. I legitimately don't believe that a worse piece of animation done and sold by any studio that isn't a college project anywhere out there in the world could possibly be any worse than Alibaba and the Gold Raiders. Feel free to prove me wrong. I would love to know that somebody out there did it worse. On second thought, no, I wouldn't. Because if this is the worst piece of animation out there, I can't imagine animation getting any worse. And yes, this is an import. Where is it from? What was it originally called? I have no freaking idea. But I do indeed know it was imported. See, not only is that what Joseph Lai and IFD specialize in, but the credits specify some animation studio by the name of Gaba Studio Yogyakarta. I can't find anything about this studio anywhere. Can somebody please get me more information? Anyway, why keep you from this horror any longer? Let's take a look. What's scary is that, much like Joseph Lai's other films, the movie features a trailer for the exact same movie directly before the movie begins. But finally, after that's done, the movie can begin. Oh goody, 'cause that trailer sure has me pumped! Okay, before we can even get anywhere, I just want to say that there's so much going wrong with the opening sequence that I don't even properly know where to begin. There's god-awful CG background rendering, terrible looping animation of people riding horses, audio that doesn't sync up with the horse's foot clopping, and just plain bad art all around. Not to mention, I don't think I've ever seen a movie move forward more slowly in my entire life. You see, it's already the worst piece of animation I've ever seen, and nothing has happened yet. Oh, and you think that's bad? Just wait until Alibaba opens his mouth.
Something's coming. It seems like horses running near. Yes, I'm sure of it. They're getting closer. Their stampede is very loud. Yes, I can hear them.
What was that? Were those words? Was that English? Did somebody actually script that, or was that just ad-libbed the whole time? Oh no, don't try and use moving CG backgrounds. Trust me, movie, you'll never be able to pull it off. So the Gold Raiders show up, whom I'm guessing are supposed to be like the classic 40 Thieves, and they use the magic words to open the door.
Door, I command you, Alakazar, open sesame!
You know, I love how pretty much every time the phrase gets used in the movie, the door begins to open before anybody is even done saying the magic words. So first we watch the Raiders ride in, and then we watch the Raiders ride out. What was the point of that? After a while, the movie starts trying to add crazy Hanna-Barbera cartoon sound effects in, which feel really forced because there's nothing funny ever happening on the screen to warrant an amusing sound effect. Alibaba uses the magic words and walks in the cave. Whoa, this CG hall looks scary. We better take it real slow. What does he see inside? Tons and tons of glowing CG gold. Sure, because gold itself is iridescent, everybody knows that. We cut back to town where we meet Alibaba's wife. This is where the movie really starts looking like something off the CDI, and the woman just doesn't stop talking.
Oh, what shall I do for him? Maybe a big hug will be nice. Oh, I wonder what's keeping him. He's been gone for hours. He's usually not this late. Maybe I should start preparing dinner for him, but I don't know how late he'll be. Oh, I hope he likes my new blouse.
Lady, you're all by yourself. Who are you even talking to? I think you must have changed subjects 3 times in all of that. How did you even do that? But Alibaba comes home and shows his wife what he's found.
And live every day in luxury, just like the king and queen.
We're rich now and no one will ever look down on us.
Oh God, please animate something! So in this incredibly awkwardly acted conversation, Alibaba suggests that he starts giving away the money, especially to his brother Cassim Baba. As far as I understand in the original Alibaba story, Ali owed Cassim money on a loan, but that isn't really well covered here. Cassim apparently has a magic measuring bowl that will help them count the gold, so Ali's wife goes to Cassim's place to try and borrow it. And the conversation that takes place here is what makes me more than positive that not only was nothing ever translated, but nothing was actually written.
That's the one
sister.
Alibaba asked me to borrow.
What are you going to do with it? Measure water? Is that what you think?
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Cotton?
Cotton?
Rice?
No, of course not cotton.
Rice,
Flour?
flour,
Candy?
wine,
Water?
candies,
Cereal?
cereal,
Fish? What?
snakes.
Oh.
What a mess! What the hell is even happening?
Alibaba's no businessman nor trader.
What? What did he call him?
Alibaba's
Alabama? How is Alibaba so hard to say? Anyway, Alibaba's wife uses the bowl to measure the gold, but Cassim is suspicious and wants to find out what's up.
Darling, is there anything wrong with the bowl?
Let me see. There must be something different. What do you think Alibaba is doing with the bowl? I don't know.
Let's turn the bowl around and shake it.
Geez, if you want to know what's in the bowl, just look inside it! And hey, what the hell is happening with Cassim's stomach? What is this? Well, inside the bowl, Ali's wife managed to leave a single gold coin. Well, it must be completely magical or something, because it would appear to randomly change size, get thrown up in the air by nobody in particular, and only flip in the air part way and then flip back in the other direction. Anyway, Cassim now confronts Alabama about the gold coins in yet another awkward conversation.
It was those raiders. That's who it was.
So you're a gang man now.
Of course not. Don't be silly.
Don't you deny it. I'll tell everyone around the corner that Alibaba's making money with the raiders.
God, it's like this was both written and read by elementary school students, but the sad truth of it is that full-grown adults actually put work into it. I really wish I could believe otherwise. So Alibaba tells Cassim the location of the cave and the magic words to open it. So we have another insanely long crossing the desert scene, and Cassim finds and enters the cave. And what does he find in the cave? A cell phone, an Academy Award, a Grammy, an Olympic gold medal, the World Cup, and a credit card. Sure, the 40 Thieves totally had a good line of credit.
And even a top-class golf course.
Wait, back that up. Here, he swings this stick at a jewel, a white jewel, and nothing goes flying at all. But then we cut to something else, and there goes a red jewel, shaped completely differently. Can't they even keep continuity straight from one cut to the next? Oh, but Cassim is screwed because the door closed behind him and he forgot the words to open the door. How the hell did he forget something like that? He crossed an entire desert and managed to remember, but after successfully using the magic words, he forgot them immediately. Oh, and here he is, BSing a few words trying to get back out.
Akaba, Aragba, Osama bin Laden.
Cassim's wife is worried about him when he doesn't return, so she asks Alibaba to find him. So Alibaba goes into an empty CG stable, pulls out a donkey, and rides off swiftly into the desert! snail's pace, that works too. I guess he's not that concerned about his brother after all. So we get to watch Alibaba slowly ride all the way out there, then come all the way back, and then learn nothing. Well, I guess we can assume he's dead. Moving on. Back at the Gold Raiders cave, the Raiders talk about who could possibly be responsible for giving out the password for the cave.
Cassim Baba boss. But how could he break into our place?
Wait, back this up! What's going on with the Raiders? Okay, one's wearing a Batman t-shirt, another one is John Lennon, another guy has a lightning tattoo, there's some kind of samurai, and I'd almost say that the others are trying to be caricatures of other people, but I haven't a clue who they're supposed to be. Is this supposed to be funny? Because I'm not laughing, I'm too confused to find it funny. So after an incredibly long, uncomfortable conversation, the boss pays his underlings to find out who let Cassim in the cave.
Here's $100. Go get him and bring him back by tomorrow morning.
That's what $100 looks like? Man, I've been way off this whole time. Next, wait, who is this supposed to be? Shorts? T-shirt? Sneakers? What the hell?
I'm sorry, I cannot help you.
You're a shoemaker, aren't you?
Shoemaker? What? Sneakers? Huh? What the hell is even going on? What happened to the story? Who are these people? What is happening? So somehow, all of this leads the fat guy on a horrendously looping walking animation up to Cassim Baba's house. Using a piece of chalk, the fat ass marks Cassim's house and then scoots away. Alibaba's wife sees this and gets the idea to mark all the doors in town to throw the Raiders off the trail. Which is when the most shocking part of the entire movie happens. Here, take a listen. No, you're not hearing that wrong, and I didn't add this in. That's right, it's a MIDI version of Prince Ali, straight out of Disney's Aladdin. Where do you get off doing that, movie? Where do you get off doing that? It isn't even a good MIDI. The Aladdin game for the Sega Genesis had a version of Prince Ali that was far superior to this. And the whole time, just... what the hell are they even doing? None of this is animation! None of it! So the goons are all confused and they don't seem to know which house to attack. So now it's up to the Raiders' boss to go up to Alibaba's house and confront him and attack him in disguise. But wait. If nobody knew what house to go to, then how in the hell does the boss know which house is Alibaba's? For that matter, how does he even know that Alibaba is the culprit who let Cassim into the cave? This is a plot point so huge you could drive a Mack truck through it. Anyway, the idea apparently is that the Raiders are all hiding outside Alibaba's house in barrels of Zaytun oil, aka olive oil, and when they hear the word Zaytun during dinner time, they all leap out and attack. But see, Alibaba's got an ingenious plan.
Zaytun, my lovely wife, cooks her dishes using Zaytun oil. That's why it's so good. Yes, but don't say Zaytun too loud, okay? Zaytun oil is famous for cooking, and we use it a lot.
And yes, this conversation goes on like this forever. If I never hear the word Zaytun ever again, it'll be all too soon. And again, wait, how did Alibaba even know that Zaytun was the secret word anyway? At first you might think his wife heard it, but no, she didn't, because then she says...
Now, let me see if that really is Zaytun oil inside those big containers, because I don't think it is.
So how in the hell did he... Oh, forget it. Alright, this is it. It's time for the Baba's epic battle against the Gold Raiders. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Oh, come on! More you serious? And if you thought the animation was bad before, it really starts to suffer now. It's like the cartoon just assumes that your brain will tell you that bad guys get hit, when in reality, the weapons never actually connect with their face. Or how about this little editing beauty? I have no idea how something like this even happens, but you see this one dropped frame here? It starts at the beginning of the shot, then it goes away, then watch the rest of the shot. How did a frame of the huge hammer from the end of the shot make it to the beginning of the shot to begin with? How do you even make that mistake? It's also the slowest, most uninteresting fight I've ever seen, and the writers put up absolutely no fight at all whatsoever. If these guys are all such pussies, how did they ever get all of that gold hiding in their cave to begin with? Nothing about this animated feature makes any sense at all. Oh yeah, and let's throw in Cassim's widowed wife for good measure. Yeah, that's a fight worth watching. Oh, the raider boss pulled out an actual weapon! Will this finally start to get good, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, nope, that was over real quick. Then they tie him up and tell him to get out.
My turn!
Get out!
Never mind that he's tied up and can't get out. What? It just ended? That was it? That's not an ending? Did they just give up? I mean, I can't say I blame them, but really? Really? Oh, and I love that Times New Roman font for their title screen too, because nothing says epic like Times New Roman. Oh, Lord, just this. You know, I don't typically like to curse or anything, but this is shit. This is complete shit. This is complete and utter shit! And despite the fact that this is an import, and I'm certain that this thing has been hacked to bits, as the running time is only something like 45 minutes, there is no way that whatever the original movie is could possibly be any better or more comprehensive than what Joseph Lai gave us. I mean, what we got had god-awful voice acting and a shitty rendition of Prince Ali, but even good voice acting and good music couldn't possibly save this movie from the atrocity that is its wannabe animation. From the CDI quality hand-drawn characters, to the blandly rendered CG backgrounds, to the ridiculous looping walking animations, I have never seen a worse animated feature in my entire life, and dear God, I hope nobody ever proves that something worse than this exists. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the store and find some completely different piece of animation, because, man, right now, even the Land Before Time movies are starting to look good after this.